There's no love lost.
Our officials tonight, Cameron Inouye, Billy Smith, and Tiffany Bird, and we're going to be underway. Matchups are going to be a key today. A couple of them we're not sure who's going to be matching up with whom. We know Katie Farrell's going to be jumping up with Deanna Gaston to start things off. Farrell swipes it away. Tiffany Bird says no. I think they said she hit it a couple of times.
I think so, but she was just trying to win it. I mean, it was up in the air.
It was up in the air, but it was swatted away. But Texas will have possession of the basketball to get things underway.
You know, not surprised that the Lady Raiders are starting in a zone here tonight, trying to keep Rory Harmon out of the paint and from creating so much for her teammates.
Ball tipped around, ends up into the hands of Texas. Sonia Morris gives it up. Harmon, no, left side. 2 games last year, Texas Tech did a good job on Harmon. Gonzalez from the corner, no. Rebound pulled away by Bre'Amber Scott.
Both coaches talked about the importance of rebounding in today's game. You already saw Texas is an explosive offensive rebounding team, and they've already got 2 in the first possession of the game. One
of the things that the Texas Tech offense wanted to do is put the Texas defense in a blender. In other words, a lot of different screens. Here is Weitenheimer on the drive, counted, and she'll go to the line.
They have to stay in attack mode. They've got to take good shots. Coach Gerlich talks a lot about that. And I like that aggressive start from Tatum Weitenheimer. You know, you don't see her score very much. She's more of a pass-first point guard. But I like to see her aggressiveness from the tip of this game because they're going to need everybody to step up tonight.
You can see the series history, the 109th meeting. They split the last 2 seasons. Tatum Weitenheimer had 3 points the last 6 games. She's got 3 points tonight. From the outside, the 3 off the mark by Morris, and it'll belong to Texas. Take a look at the Texas starting 5, and this is the same starting 5 they've had for a number of games now, the last 10 to be exact. Once again, they're having to play the rest of the season without Aaliyah Moore. She is out with an ACL. That is a big loss. The 3, no. Texas still looking for their first field goal. Up ahead to Scott. Gains control, got the 2.
I'll tell you what, that all started because the Lady Raiders have forced Texas to take multiple 3s already in this game when Texas wants to score the ball in the paint. And so the long shots, long rebounds, they were able to get that out, and Bre'Amber Scott streaking down the floor for a layup.
Texas does not take a lot of 3s as they get their first 2 of the ball game, about 13.5. They make 5. As we take a look at the Tech starting 5, Tatum Weitenheimer, she's going to get the start tonight. Bailey Maupin not available because of an ankle injury. Also, Ashley Chevalier also not going to be available tonight. Keeping their poise. That is one thing that Krista Gerlich talked to us about yesterday and also today for the Lady Raiders.
Oh, it's a huge key for tonight because Texas forces so many turnovers. They've got to stay calm and control against their defense and take care of the basketball.
Vic Schaefer telling us yesterday, we have to take care of the ball. We have to execute. Deep in the corner, buried by Gonzalez. How about the rest of the keys for the Lady Raiders tonight?
Well, we just talked about, again, poise, taking care of the basketball. They've got to continue to get to the foul line. And a big part of that has been Bre'Amber Scott, obviously, but they need other people to stay aggressive and get to the line. And then rebound. As we talked about, they've got to get on the glass.
Shavers gets knocked down. Gonzalez through the hole. No. Put back, no. Ball is loose, and it'll belong to Texas Tech. Even though Jasmine Shavers got knocked down, Krista Gerlich addressed that with her team today, said, if you get knocked down in this game, and you're going to, you got to get back up.
Right. You know what? They're a top 10 team in the country in block shots for a reason. You're going to get your shot blocked at some point. It's okay. You got to keep attacking. You got to keep going at them. You got to keep going to the rim.
Well, checking into the lineup, Taylor Jones. She's on minute restrictions. Hattie Fye will go out for Texas. Hattie Fye, the former Lady Raider. This is something that Texas Tech spent a lot of time practicing today, breaking the press of Texas.
They did, and half the battle is just getting the ball inbounds against their pressure, and they had several different looks today working on that.
Scott tries up and under, has it swatted away by Gaston, her 18th block. Gonzalez on the layup. And a 6-0 run for the Longhorns over the last 118.
But this is where it's so helpful to have Katie Farrell on the floor because she's a point forward, and it's sometimes easier to get the ball for her and let her bring it up.
Bryn Gerlich gets knocked down, then it looks like she got kneed in the head. Up ahead, they tried to get it. Morris to Gonzalez, a little bit too far. They throw it away.
Transition defense tonight, that's a big key. They've got to be able to get back. They've got to send people to the hole because Texas is gonna come at you.
Let's talk about the keys for the Texas Longhorns tonight.
Well, as always, and you hear this from a lot of Big 12 coaches, you got to be locked in and focused when you're playing on the road in the Big 12 because there's just no easy road wins. And then you've got it. He talked about his importance of rebounding the basketball as well, executing on both ends of the floor.
Texas Tech coming off that 85-65 win over Kansas State. Third most points scored in 2023. Whistle and a foul, says Tiffany Bird. And the foul's going to be, I believe, on Taylor Jones. That'll be her first personal foul. Jones, the junior out of Forney, Texas, transfer from Oregon State. Texas is so good defensively on inbounds plays. Gerlich, catch and shoot, no. Farrell, the offensive rebound. Shavers lost it, gets it back. Pull up 17, goes 17 and a half.
Great hustle play there. Then you've got to convert when you get those extra opportunities against a team like Texas.
Harmon left alone for the three, can't get it to go. Shavers the rebound.
You know what, they're going to live with some of those shots. That's just not Rory's game. Rory's better when she is penetrating and getting downhill and attacking the paint.
Shavers only 22% from three, hitting only 4 this year. Scott is hammered. And the foul's going to be on Gaston.
Could have been on Taylor Jones too. Both of them came down with, like volleyball spikes on that shot. That was.
And Amina Muhammad checks into the lineup for the Texas Longhorns, and at the line it is Bre'Amber Scott. Started her career at Mississippi State, and we chatted yesterday and again today, and she said Vic Schaefer means an awful lot to her.
Right. She played well for him. He had great things to say about her, and he's not surprised at all at how well that Bre'Amber is playing right now in Big 12 play. He's like, it's the same things I saw when she played for me, and she was young, you know, and just figuring it out.
He said she really stepped up for him at Mississippi State. Had to fill a void, and she did.
He built a great program there. The Hump, I've been to one of his games when he was coaching there. That place was packed and loud and so supportive of the women's basketball program down in Mississippi State.
Katie Farrell's checked out of the lineup, and Elatofe Ono has checked into the lineup. Number 1, the senior out of Sydney, Australia. Here is Mohammed, the freshman from DeSoto. Last year at this time, she was having a successful career on her way to a state title and gets her first 2.
Really good heads-up play there by Taylor Jones out of the double team, out of that zone.
Texas Tech worked on, I'd say, 5 different ways to break this press today.
They did, and worked on multiple people bringing up the ball up because there's some defenders that have put less pressure on the ball than others. So if you can get it into them, they can get the ball up and run their offense.
Texas Tech also tried to work on backdoor cuts. They thought they could get some of them today. Scott, little hesitation, lost it, got it back. Jones got a piece of it. Here comes Gonzalez out of Gilbert, Arizona, the BYU transfer. Into the corner, the deep 3 buried.
Texas doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but that's the one person you do have to find at the arc is Sonia Morris. She can really light it up. She comes from Doug Bruno's program at DePaul, where that's all they do is shoot threes. Everybody has the green light.
Now 43% of her shots are threes. She's shooting at 42%. Now she's playing defense on Bryn Gerlich. No, Harmon, an outstanding rebounder. We were talking about that before the game. Just under 5, but even more in Big 12 play.
Right, she's averaging 7 rebounds a game.
It was a part of that 1993 national championship team. And when catching up with her, she mentioned that she loves being a part as a coach, but also she was a part of major history against the Longhorns, as coach was a part of the team that was the 1991 team that knocked off Texas for the first time in program history. And the reason why I'm bringing that game up was when catching up with coach at shoot-around, she did mention she likes to mention that story of that 1991 game to encourage her team to continue making history against the Longhorns.
Absolutely. Good report, Ariel. Ella Tofeono cannot get the shot underneath. One of the things this zone by Tech has done is Riley McKinney with the steal, and she'll get the missed layup. Kyla Freeland is checked out. Great hustle by Rory Harmon on that play.
You got a glimpse right there of the speed that Rory Harmon has, being able to track that down and get there and make a play on the ball.
Don't expect to see Rory Harmon go out very much in this ball game. Last couple of games, 40 minutes each. Here's Bryn Gerlich. Gonzalez switches on her. Nice pass inside. Tofeono with two.
Ella's not going to miss 2 in a row around the basket, so I'm glad she got to redeem herself there on that one. Great pass by Bryn Gerlich.
Texas Tech was 0 for 9 shooting prior to that. The lead is 2. Inside Taylor Jones. Jones didn't play from November 28th to January 7th because of an injury, but she is so talented.
She's so talented. I recruited her out of Texas when she was in high school out of the Dallas area. You know, spent the first part of her career at Oregon State under Scott Rueck, who does a great job down there.
This time Jones swats it away. That is her 20th block already this season. She's got a couple tonight already.
The length of Texas is really bothering Tech right now. They got to use some shot fakes. They got to get around a little bit and just keep going at them.
You know, they just keep coming at you with that smothering defense Texas does. Last 8 games, opponents have averaged about 26 turnovers. Shot clock at 7. Kyla Freeland, the freshman out of Denver. Bryn Gerlich, tough fall away, can't get it to go. Tofeono fights for it, but it'll be Texas's basketball, leading by 4.
Well, and the defense is just a signature of Vic Schaefer coach teams. They're not going to give you anything easy, and then they're going to attack you like relentlessly on offense.
Well, they've shot the ball very well the last 3 games Texas has. They've averaged about 49%. 2 of those games, they've been over 50. Nice poke away. Bryn Gerlich comes up with it, gets it into the hands of Katie Farrell, the transfer from UTA. Played for Krista Gerlich in Arlington. Huge addition this year to this team. Krista Gerlich preaching patience today with her offense. Here is Riley McKinney out of Argyle.
Well, this is the poise we talked about. They're just going to speed you up, make you work into the shot clock.
And the smothering defense. There was an orange jersey on every white jersey.
Right, nothing's going to come easy. They're going to pressure the ball relentlessly, and so you have to keep your composure. You've got to make hard cuts. You've got to set good screens.
You know, this is a Texas team that's coming off a win against Iowa State, 68-53. Iowa State was averaging almost 79 points a game. They held Iowa State to 6 points in the 4th quarter.
Which I don't know that that's ever happened
not that I can
to a Iowa
remember.
State team.
14 times this year they've held an opponent to single digits in a quarter. Gonzalez gives it up. Morris buries the 2. Morris has 7 already in the ball game, comes in averaging just over 11. Texas has hit their last 4 field goal attempts. Farrell backing Morris down, gives it up. Freeland coming off her best game of the year against Kansas State, hits the baseline jumper.
Good, confident shot there by her. And of course, Katie Farrell sharing the basketball, doing what she does. Again, Lady Raiders staying in this zone. You got Kyla Freeland on the wing with all of her length right now. Trying just to keep Texas from attacking and getting into the paint, forcing them into outside shots, which is not what they want to do.
Morris back it in. Katie Farrell pokes it into the hands of Scott. Scott's got to watch it. There's 3-on-1. Takes it in. Doesn't matter. Got it.
Great controlled finish there. Good job by Texas not fouling her, because we all know Bree can get herself to the foul line. But good offense there, and just good swarming defense on the Lady Raiders' part.
Final 24 seconds. Harmon. Into the corner, the deep two, no. Freeland comes up with it. Texas Tech should get the last shot. Up ahead, Weitenheimer. To Gerlich. Thought about the three. Throws it into the hands of Harmon, who looks up at the clock, lets it fly. Off the iron. Pretty exciting first 10 minutes of the game.
She's been uncomfortable, you know, and she continues to battle and bring really good offense and defense, but offense especially, to the Longhorns.
I like what he said about her. She's embraced the new style. Easier said than done.
It really is, especially when you're used to playing one way for most of your career. But, I mean, that's a lot of time why these players do transfer in their graduate season, to get a different look.
Texas Tech still going with a lot of backups on the floor. Texas, a lot of their starters on the floor. Shot clock at 12. Here is Jasmine Schaefer's, the Big 12 Freshman of the Week for the third time. On the drive, got it. Schaefer's first
crossover.
two.
Yeah, great crossover and drive back down the lane line. Good attack there by Jasmine Schaefer's.
Had that career high 26 versus Kansas State, 10 of 16 shooting. Here is Gonzalez. She's another one of the players that has meant so much to this team, especially when Rory Harmon got injured. Gonzalez had a lot of the load on her. Mohammed to Gonzalez, the running right-hander. Tatum Weitenheimer doesn't usually get this much playing time this early on, at least the last couple of weeks.
Right, but when you're out Bailey Maupin, you're down Chevalier, a good defender, you know, she can come in and really, she helps this team stay composed. She's just a calming effect for them out there on the floor, so it doesn't surprise me that she is getting more minutes tonight.
Jasmine Lewis has just checked into the lineup. She's been battling a little knee ding. She is fouled by Gaston. That is her second, and she's going to have to sit down in the game. And that was a problem last year for Gaston, getting in a little bit of foul problems when they play Texas Tech.
Right, but then you've got Taylor Jones, you've got talented freshman Muhammad.
Bree Scott with the three, and the Lady Raiders take the lead by 3. Scott already with 9 in the ball game. This zone is making Texas have to shoot a lot of outside shots.
It really is, and we were talking about in the break, Texas wants to score in the paint. They want to get the ball in the paint, off the bounce, off post catches. You know, they average almost 40 points in the paint, and Tech has already forced them into half their shots from the arc. That is way higher than I'm sure Coach Schaefer would like for it to be.
Well, we talked about they've already taken 8 3-point attempts, and during Big 12 play, they only take about 13 on the season, about 12.5. Scott on top, Shavers. Shavers lets it fly, in and out. Gonzalez the rebound. Nice little French pastry pass to Harmon. Harmon, hesitation to the hole, can't finish. This is about what we thought this game would be. We were talking, there's really no flow at this point. Both teams are just coming out guns to the wall.
They really are. Both are battling, defending, like playing with effort. And so it hasn't been the prettiest of games just yet. And it's like, who's going to be able to score the basketball? Who's going to be able to make tough shots in this game is the person that's going to come out on top.
And now here comes the chess match with making substitutions. Shea Holly's checked into the lineup, the junior out of Austin, Texas, Westlake High School. I've always considered Shea Holly an X factor. She knows her role and she plays it to perfection.
She really does. She's very athletic. She can shoot the ball. She can defend. She plays hard. So she really does come in and do a good job for them.
Harmon lost it. Plenty of time on the shot clock at 10. On the drive over Farrell's hand. No. Offensive rebound by Jones, and she is going to be fouled on the play.
That's the tough part, right? They've played really great defense. They got Rory to take a running, off-balance shot at the rim, and then you've got to box out the backside. Somebody's got to rotate and put bodies on Taylor Jones and Deanna Gaston and Amina Muhammad, because they can just, that's what they do. They rebound.
Foul's going to be on Freeland. That'll be her first personal foul. Jones, 71% from the line this season. Last year at Oregon State, she averaged over 12 points and almost 7 rebounds. Can't get either free throw to go down. Tech still holding out to the 3-point advantage. Their biggest lead's been 5. Texas has been 6. Add 2 more.
I love the simple offense that Tech is running right now. Just a simple high ball screen. Bre'Amber Scott refused it. They've opened up the floor, and Tech has gotten downhill into the paint multiple times just off of a simple high ball screen.
Jones rejected by Freeland, the freshman. Scott takes it away. Scott, hesitation, knocks over Harmon. I want to see that one again.
I do too, because I do not think that that was a charge on Bre'Amber Scott's part.
But Bre'Amber Scott has learned. She just walks away from the call now.
She does. She might have pushed off a little bit there. Rory did get in front of her, so it looked better on the replay than it did happening in real life.
Now Bre'Amber Scott picks up the foul. And is only her first. Harmon.
Tech is following their defensive scouting plan beautifully tonight. They're doubling every time it goes into the post. They're playing Rory Harmon for the drive. Just when you step up, you're going to give up dump passes there at the end.
And Harmon did such a great job because she had a little hesitation until she saw the defense move just about a foot. That's when she found Jones.
Absolutely. And that's why she's averaging over 7 assists in Big 12 play.
10 to shoot. Scott for 3. Got it. Scott's got 14 of Texas Tech's 23 points.
Again, just a little high ball screen. She waited for the hedge to retreat and was able to step back and hit a 3.
Jones, nice position, sees the double. Somehow they were able to get it inside to Muhammad.
And they had a good drop there by Bryn Gerlich on the post diving. Bryn was there. They just were able to get it over her head.
Muhammad out of Frisco, Texas, career high 14 versus Rutgers earlier this season. Freeland inside, she's got it. And the foul.
So right back at you, right? Good. Katie Farrell got it in the paint. Good dive by the other post. Was able to dump it up to her. Kyla Freeland is just having a great rebound. She's just really bouncy. She's athletic. And I've so enjoyed watching her grow throughout the season, become more and more confident. Her length and her athleticism is incredible. And so I just love how she's been able to step in and really help in Big 12 play.
You and I were talking about a week or so ago of watching Kyla Freeland's practice habits. She practices like it's a game. And the legendary Jack Hartman, former head coach at Kansas State, that's why he liked players like Rolando Blackman, who played at Kansas State. For those of you under the age of 40, Google Rolando Blackman, okay? But he practiced the way he was going to play, and that's what Kyla Freeland does.
She really does. You hear her talking in practice, which, let me tell you right now, that is rare for a freshman to open their mouth and talk in practice, but you always hear Kyla. She's working.
Harmon started 0 for 4, got her first field goal of the ball game. Lead cut to 5, 4:35 to play here in the opening half. Along with WNBA coach Brandy Poole, I'm Ron Thulin. Good to have you with us in a very windy Lubbock. That's redundant, isn't it? Bryn Gerlich, no, that's going to be an offensive foul on Ella Tofeono.
That was a little bit of a late whistle there.
And I think we got a delay of game also against Texas Tech.
Ella was set. I'm all about hard physical screens.
Well, Krista Gerlich's going to have a little discussion with Tiffany Bird on that last play.
Well, I'm sure Vig had discussions with her as well on his offensive calls as well.
Both teams have hit their last 3 field goal attempts. Billy Smith blows the whistle, and again, it's going to be on Ella Tofeono. And that'll be her second personal foul. And Ella can still smile. She smiles a lot, though.
The fans behind us are not happy with those calls, though.
No, they're not. Just keep it clean, kids. Jazz Lewis is going to come back into the lineup, and Ella's going to go out. Rory Harmon's so good on inbounds passes. Up top to Gonzalez. Leads the team in points per game, but this is such a balanced Texas team as far as scoring goes. Harmon, quick move, dumps inside. Tough to stop. Offensive rebound, no, we've got a whistle and a foul. Hattie Phi comes up with it. How about this from Rory Harmon? So quick with the basketball in her hand.
She really is. She's good with the ball. Just one little dribble move gets her by Jasmine Shavers, because she knows Tech is playing her to keep her out of the paint tonight, able to get by, get to her little pull up there. And again, Texas Tech's got to put bodies on people. That's a challenge when you're playing a zone. You've got to go find people to box out.
Hattie Phi at the line. When she was at Texas Tech, it was Hattie Faye. And I asked her today, I said, so you're telling me for 2 years all of us mispronounced your name? And she says, yes. And I did apologize. But nobody told us differently. After the miss, Texas retains possession. That's going to be a kick. They reset the shot clock to 20. Hattie Phi seems to have found herself, the junior out of Dakar, Senegal. In this Texas offense, she has meant so much to this team. She started all 6 Big 12 games so far. Into the corner, the 3 on the way, rattled home again by Gonzalez. The word on her is proven score. You got to get out on that.
You do. You got to get out to her at the arc, and she has the ability to get to the rim. Had a great career at BYU, and now has come to Texas and has really fit this system very, very well. Harmon,
outstanding defense on Bryn Gerlich. Phi running the floor, and she's going to have an offensive foul. Former teammate Bree Scott saw her coming, set up, let her get run over.
Smart play, though, by Bree Scott's part.
6-0 run for Texas. For more on Bre'Amber Scott, here's Ariel.
Guys, when we spoke to Coach Schaefer earlier this week about the growth of Bree Scott this season, he did tell us that he was not surprised she's having such a lights-out senior season for the Lady Raiders. We all mentioned earlier that Bree Scott started her college hoop season playing for Schaefer at Mississippi State for 2 seasons before coming to Texas Tech. Schaefer mentioned the impact she's made in her first 2 seasons for the Bulldogs, as she was key for them, for the Bulldogs, when they had the injury bug, and we definitely have seen Bree step up in those adverse situations for the Lady Raiders.
That's absolutely. Try to step up there, couldn't get it. Gonzalez gives it up to Harmon inside of 2:40 to play here in the opening half. Gonzalez from BYU. From the outside, the 3, this one won't go. Shea Holly over jumps it. Jasmine Lewis gets an early birthday present. And here's Katie Farrell running the offense. You're probably saying why. She led UTA in assists for a couple of years. She is an outstanding passer. Weitenheimer saw a little bit of a crease, lost it with 12 to shoot.
That's the other thing they worked on today in shoot-around. Coach Ehrlich was different people starting the offense, right? And what they can flow into out of their sets with different people starting the offense against Texas's press.
And they spent a lot of time on inbounds passes also. Shavers thought about it. Shea Holly covered her up pretty quickly. This time gets it rejected, but the whistle and the foul is going to be called.
Yeah, I thought she had a bit of daylight there coming off that screen on her first jumper, but stayed with it, got herself to the foul line.
Foul's going to be on Shea Holly. That'll be her first personal foul, and at the line it's going to be Jasmine Shavers. Her mom and dad, Chris and Camille, come to every home game. That's great. But they live in Mesquite, Texas. They make the 5+ hour drive every game.
That's incredible.
I talked to them before the game. They go, well, why don't you drive? I went, no. I look for a flight to the grocery store. Jasmine makes her parents smile a little bit, gives Texas Tech the lead again by 3. Harmon didn't play the first 5 games of the season because of a toe injury. Told us today, not a problem anymore. Nice move inside. Phi gets it stuck. Possession arrow will belong to Texas. They will get it.
That's actually really hard to do.
How do you do that? I mean, seriously.
It was a nice reverse move there.
Here it is again.
Yeah, nice play. And it got stuck on the other side. That's
what are
the degree
odds?
of difficulty there is very high.
Well, they get a fresh 20. Didn't take them long. Holly launches. Weitenheimer out of the pack. Boy, Shavers was running the floor so well. Scott inside, didn't get the call. Texas will have it. Here comes Harmon. Harmon already 5 assists in the ball game. Shavers with a pick. Got Scott on the left side. Takes it herself off balance. They're going to call that an offensive foul. Here it is again.
She had a 2-on-1. I don't think she was set there on that call.
Well, both teams.
That was a tough one.
Yeah. 45 charges coming into the game were taken by Texas this season, and Texas Tech was probably pretty close to that. Both
They're probably
teams
right there with them.
in it. Yeah.
Yep.
But already tonight, Texas has a couple. 1:19 to play. Longhorns down by 3. Scoring drop for Texas, 2:15. No field goals for Texas Tech for over 340.
I tell you though, when Tech has been able to stop Texas in transition and get them into the half court, they've really been effective defensively.
Jazz Lewis ties up 5. Possession arrow, Texas Tech. Lana Wagner is checked into the lineup, number 14, the sophomore from Switzerland for Texas Tech. So Krista Gerlich, we thought she shortened her lineup a little bit, but didn't. Up ahead to Wagner. Thought she made the save, bounced it off the head of Mohammed. And Cameron Inouye, Tiffany Bird talking it over. Said she stepped out of bounds before she threw the ball off the head of Mohammed. That was one of the plays they worked on a lot today, too.
It was going long when they were trying to face guard him. Kind of overthrew that a little bit, though, for Lana.
Inside of 50 to play in the first half. Harmon, pretty pull-up jumper.
If she can get to her pull-up, she's going to shoot a really high percentage. That's just pretty.
4 points, 6 assists for Harmon. And Bree Scott will bring it across the timeline.
Again, that's the respect they have for Harmon as a defender, though. They want other people bringing it up just to get Harmon off of them for a second.
10-second difference, shot of the game clock. Scott lost it. Then's going to be fouled on the play. And that'll be on Jakalenga Wenintanda. Three ranked opponents have made the trip to Lubbock, including tonight's game, and all 3 games have been good games. Number 15, Iowa State came. Oklahoma came ranked 19th, and now 25th, Texas.
Right. We talk about it. There's no easy nights in the Big 12 for sure, but the Lady Raiders, all their home games so far have been ranked opponents. So they've started off with a tough stretch here, but have battled every one of these games.
Well, Krista Gerlich has a win over a top 25 team each in her first couple years prior to this season. Of course, last year they beat number 9 Texas. That was in Austin, 74-61. The lead is 3. Shot clock turned off for the Longhorns. Harmon sizes things up. Working on McKinney. Tough fall away. Doesn't get it. Rebound, Jazz Lewis, and that's the way the first half will come to an end.
Gotten some errant passes when they've tried to get it into the post, and so they've got to keep doing that. Texas has got to make better decisions with the basketball against the zone, use some pass fakes. You know, I'm sure they'll clean that up a little bit. So, again, it's both teams executing on both sides of the ball. Who can play the sharper second half is going to come out with a win tonight.
Well, we knew this game would be close. The last 4 games have, for the majority of the time, have been close. Gaston will be playing and beginning the second half for Texas. Played only 5 minutes and 18 seconds in the first half. Picked up her second foul at the 8:40 mark. And they throw it away against the zone.
Trying to get it into Gaston, which doesn't surprise me when Vic talks about wanting to have more of an inside presence. It didn't surprise me that they were going to go into Gaston first play of the game.
Tech spreads things out. Jumping out, it's going to be Phi getting Gerlich.
But smart, that's what a guard should do. When you've got a hedge, you either got to get it out around it, or you got to attack the hip of that big that's hedging you. Bryn did a good job there, drew a foul. That's exactly what you should do.
Well, Phi picked up her second personal foul. Morris right on top of Gerlich. 15 to shoot. Bryn sees a little bit of an opening. Weitenheimer. Skip pass, Shavers for 3, in and out. Farrell fights for it, got it. Inside to Shavers, nice pump fake, up and under, got it.
Good offensive rebound there by Katie Farrell. Good, smart play to Jazz Shavers. Beautiful pump fake. I love a good pump fake against shot blockers.
You and I have talked over the last 2 years, sometimes make the simple play a pump fake.
Yes.
Phi was surrounded by 3 white jerseys. Tech comes up with it.
2 good defensive plays for Tech to start this half.
Gonzalez now on Gerlich. Scott, long shot, buries the 3. Scott's got 19 in the game.
They have just been a little too loose on Bre'Amber Scott at the arc. You give her any space, and she's been shooting the ball so confidently. She's going to continue to do that.
In the Big 12 game, she's averaging almost 24 points a game, shooting 50%. Harmon for 3. Chases down her own rebound, but it'll belong to Tech. That'll bring Jones back into the lineup for Texas.
Rory doesn't want to shoot threes. She's 1 of 7 in Big 12 play. So smart there, playing her, keep playing her for the drive and giving her that shot, forcing her to beat them, doing things that she doesn't want to do.
As mentioned, only 18 taken on the season from beyond the arc for Harmon. She's taken 3 tonight. Gerlich slips behind the defense, another pump fake, another basket.
Beautiful there, they inverted that ball screen and had Katie Farrell come off it. Now you've got Taylor Jones having to defend a ball screen. She found Bryn Gerlich on the rim. This players appreciate it when any of their family members can be in attendance and watch them play. I know I always loved it when my parents were at my games. It's pretty special.
So it's a 10-0 run. Texas still looking for their first field goal made here in quarter number 3. Tech has hit their last 3 field goal attempts here in the third. And they stay in that zone.
Why would you change? It's been so effective.
Tough following. Gonzalez is such a great shooter.
She is her and Morris they have to find, though, in the zone.
Big 12, Gonzalez averaging almost 15 a game. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called.
The pump fake strikes again.
Exactly. Called basic basketball 101.
Right.
We can just get him to do a bounce pass and a jab step. And lose the one-handed passes. I'd be a happy camper. Shea Holly comes back into the lineup. And Morris will go out for Texas. And here is Bryn Gerlich, already achieving 500 career points and 300 assists for her career this season. 2 of the last 3 games, she's been in double figures, and here's that foul again. Brenda only 1 of 5 shooting so far tonight. Don't see that happen very often from Bryn Gerlich.
No, you really don't.
only missed 6 free throws the whole season prior to those 2.
She's almost an 86% foul
Yeah.
shooter, so that is pretty rare.
The catch and shoot three, no. Katie Farrell fights for the rebound. Gaston comes up, they'll set it up again. Shavers on Harmon. Harmon using that quickness going inside. Texas will have it with 13 to shoot. A lot of bodies flying
A lot
everywhere.
of bodies, but they're just not going to give Rory Harmon anything easy in the paint.
And again, Texas averaging almost 40 points in the paint per game this season. And they almost throw it away. Gonzalez will set it up. And another turnover for Texas. That'll be their 11th of the ball game.
Again, trying to get it inside to the post and was able to tip it and get it back out. Taylor Jones was getting ready for the double team there and just errant pass.
Holly doing a good job picking up Gerlich after the switch. Scott long three, Harmon the rebound.
It's a little bit of a heat check there.
Yeah. And the whistle and a foul is going to be called. And that'll be on Jasmine Shavers. Ella Tofeono will come back into the lineup. Shavers is going to sit down. Shavers picking up her second personal foul. The progress of Jasmine Shavers. Back in November, we weren't sure how good she was going to be this year. She has exploded the last month.
Well, you could tell she just wasn't finding her rhythm with this team and with the offense and kind of her role. She was, dribbling too much, doing a little too much. Her shot selection wasn't great, and you can just tell how much she has grown. There's rarely a time when I think she takes a bad shot anymore. She lets the offense come to her. She has really, really grown up and kind of learned her role.
Jones runs over Bryn Gerlich. Here's Holly for three, and she rolls it around for her 18th of the season. She is such a confident shooter. And then the steal, nope. Katie Farrell kept it alive. Bre'Amber Scott, 22 points in the ball game.
Again, just got a little bit of space off that ball screen. She was like, I missed my last one. I'm not going to miss my next one.
Well, she saw that Jones kind of made a move to come out to get her, and then when she saw that opening, she took it.
Right.
Here is Harmon, pull up from 17, and she's got it. Rory's got a half a dozen to go along with 6 assists tonight.
Texas did a good job there screening the zone, ball screening the zone. And nobody was there to pick her up.
Here is Farrell. Hand off to Gerlich, back to Tofeono, and she is going to be mugged by Jones.
Great pass to Bryn there over to Ella. Again, another good pump fake. Texas is a shot blocking team, right? They want to block shots. She got her up in the air. Good action off of the post catch. Good cut by Bryn, feeding it right back to Ella.
Well, Jones picks up her third personal foul. Once again, she's on minute restrictions anyway. And she is going to stay into the ball game, and at the line, Ella Tofeono. Had a foot problem earlier this summer, was not able to go with the team to Greece. Was in a boot for 15 weeks. Only played a minute in the last game versus Kansas State, but her 2 free throws make it a 7-point advantage for the Lady Raiders. Into the hands of Scott. Bounce pass, Bryn Gerlich can't finish the layup. Tofeono tries to hustle and get it, and it'll belong to Texas Tech.
Great hustle there and great fast break. Bre'Amber just going a little too fast to finish that layup, but she had teammates trailing behind her, as you should, to follow and get that rebound.
Shavers in, Gerlich out. Weitenheimer's going to come in, and Bree Scott's going to go out. This is a lineup, I think, right now. Krista Gerlich is saying, let's just buy some time with it. Is that fair, do you think?
Yeah, I think giving people a little bit of a breather, knowing this game's going to come down to the wire. You got to get people in and out, and she's developed this depth over the non-conference too, right? A lot of people have gotten a lot of playing time, have grown up, have gotten more comfortable.
We got a timeout with 4:59 to play in the third. Texas Tech still on top. Said it's going to be a while, and what did she tell you?
She basically said next week, and I was like, all right, we'll see, Bailey.
Yeah, really. You know,
I mean, I love that, but she needs to be safe about it and get it healed up. But I have no doubt the minute she's cleared to be back on the court, she will be.
you know, this is a young lady that woke up like at 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure the cattle were fed. Shavers out front, no. Tofeono thought she had the rebound. She is fouled from behind. The bigs for Texas. Gaston has 3, Jones has 3.
And that's trouble for Texas when their bigs are in foul trouble because they bring so much. And Coach Shaver talked about needing more of an inside presence, you know, in the second half.
And that is the 4th on Jones. So she is going to have to sit, and we still have 4:50 to play in the quarter. Let's check in with Ariel Schaefer.
Guys, coming out of that timeout, head coach Kristen Gerlich pulled her team together and had 3 things. She wants them to continue defending the paint against Texas and really shut them out from driving, but also do the little things right, like boxing out, getting back in transition, but most importantly, to keep that energy up and feed off of the crowd's energy.
Absolutely. One of the main themes yesterday, focus and energy. Huge. Deep in the corner, no. McKinney can't come up with it. Harmon does out front. Harmon over Weitenheimer.
Another points off of offensive rebounds, and it is tough. It's tough when they're taking long shots. There's long rebounds. Sometimes they go over your head, but man, it hurts when Rory Harmon makes you pay off of an offensive rebound.
Well, you look at their offense, 41 points have come off of their points, come off non-offensive possessions. That's going to be a turnover. We'll go the other way with it. And that'll get Bryn Gerlich up off Texas Tech's bench. Gaston's going to come back in with 3 personal fouls. And 5 will go out for Texas.
Texas does have the luxury, though, of having 3 bigs that are super talented in Phi and Gaston, Taylor Jones. You can rotate in when they are in foul trouble.
Rejection by Tofeono. Texas will still have it. Padella coming up with her 8th block of the year. And Bree Scott is going to come back into the ball game. 5 straight 20-point games for Bree Scott. The last person to have 6 in a row was Vivian Gray. That was last February. The steal, 2-on-1. Shavers with the left hand, too strong. Tofeono had it, lost it. Holly's got it. Mohammed quickly posted up on the right block. They set it up.
Shavers almost got another one. Both teams not having a great game tonight, finishing in transition when they were able to get out and run.
Exactly. Gaston had the rebound, but a foul's going to be called. No basket. And it'll be on Ella Tofeono, and she is probably going to go out. Katie Farrell will come back in.
Ella came in, made her free throws, was physical defensively, got a block, gave good minutes tonight. Picked up some fouls, which she's prone to do at times, but had good minutes tonight.
And she battled inside.
Yes.
Gonzalez back on top to Harmon with 10 to shoot. Gaston, great position inside. Farrell put up a hand, came up with a loose ball. I don't know how she got there.
I don't know, but that's what Texas does, right? They're just going to swarm you on every rebound, too. Heady play there to get it out to Bryn and get it out of the fray under the basket.
Katie Farrell, not a good pass, looking for Bryn Gerlich.
No, but again, you see them putting Katie Farrell in a high ball screen as a post player. So now your post player's having to navigate that screen. That is really difficult.
Inside of 3 minutes to play here in the third. Boy, Shavers with active hands.
Right, she's gotten her hands on a few of those as they've gotten it into the high post.
Harmon with 8 to shoot. Floats left, shoots right, got it.
Just
that's
tough.
pretty.
just tough when she can get to her spot and get to her pull-up.
Harmon goes into double figures with 10.
Tech smartly slowing it down, need a good execution, a good possession here.
Scott inside, no. Katie Farrell swats it away. Gerlich had it, kept it alive. Freeland inside, gains control, and is going to be fouled on a play by Mohammed.
I don't know how she caught that pass from Bre'Amber. That was impressive.
That was like go-go gadget thing.
It really
you know, the
was.
arms.
It really was. But I tell you what, right now, Tech is winning the hustle plays. They're winning every hustle play, and those plays matter when you're in a close, heated battle.
Gonzalez goes out. Morris comes back in for Texas, and here is the freshman. Needs to get a little bit stronger and maybe some more game experience. She really wasn't her go-to player in high school either. So she's learning a whole new way to play.
Right, but she's embraced her role. She's learning, she's growing. You know, and people don't understand how hard it is to make that transition from high school to college at this high of a level.
Exactly. 2 minutes in the third. Harmon putting the team on her back. Offensive rebound. Gaston and the putback. Gaston's first field goal. Gerlich, pump fake, left hand land.
Texas celebrated, and Tech just got out and ran.
Vic Schaefer is not a happy camper over that.
I wouldn't be happy over that either if I'm a coach.
No. Harmon, another pull-up baseline, no. Gerlich the rebound. Tech by 6, 1:20 to play in the third.
Harmon's trying to put this team on her back right now, and she's getting to her pull-up. Tech's doing a good job of when she does miss, getting the rebounds, keeping them off the glass.
Bryn Gerlich tried to get a streaking Katie Farrell, who's slow to get up. Here comes Harmon.
Yeah, she tried to thread that needle.
Morris launches the three, no. Freeland the rebound.
Good decision there by Katie, slowing it down. Now we execute.
Vic yelling defensive instructions. Here is Scott. Has it stripped. Gets it back. Bug is loose. Jump ball. Texas Tech has possession.
I feel like there was a lot of contact on that play.
Yeah.
Let's see that again as she attacked in there.
I kind of like they let them play in a scrum like that.
Oh yeah, it's physical, and they're battling for every loose ball.
Weitenheimer will inbound. It's got to hurry. Freeland inside, and she is going to be fouled on the play.
When Kyla Freeland is in the game, they got to know a baseline out of bounds is going to be run for her.
Yes.
That's what she does. Sometimes she subs in just to run a baseline out of bounds.
If I'm not mistaken, 3 times she's come in with less than 2 seconds to play in a quarter and has gotten the basket.
Right. Now, there was plenty of time there, but she was able to get the ball and go get herself to the foul line again.
Saga Ukkonen is going to make her first appearance tonight, the sophomore out of Helsinki, Finland. Played in her first Big 12 game last contest versus Kansas State. And Riley McKinney is also going to come in. And Krista Gerlich now just trying to get some players a little bit of rest. Not only the 38 left, but also the commercial and the start of the fourth.
Smart right now. Get them a little extra breather for some of these players that are playing a lot of minutes. Shavers, Bre'Amber, Scott, Bryn. Now they get 38 seconds plus the timeout.
Freeland had hit her 3 free throws before that. Freeland with 7 points and 4 boards tonight. The lead is 7. Mohammed left open baseline, makes him pay. Boy, what an outstanding looking freshman.
Yeah, she has been really impressive. Her ability to rebound, to defend, her athleticism. She's going to be a nice player for Texas.
9 seconds to play in the third. Harmon's got plenty of time with 3. Up ahead, Gaston at the buzzer, got it! What a play by Harmon to Gaston.
That's tough right there. That's just a momentum stealer when you have a no, they didn't. And that's what Tech does really well, is get themselves to the foul line. So this last 10 minutes, it's all those little things. Who's going to rebound? Who's going to get to the foul line? Who's going to make tough shots? So it's going to be interesting who tightens up here and closes out this game.
Well, the free throws during Big 12 play, Texas opponents are taking 8 more free throw attempts than the Longhorns.
Right, and tonight, Texas Tech has 14 more.
Here's Mohammed. Holly lets it fly from 3. Tech will have it, their first possession of the fourth. Both teams scoring 18 points in that third quarter.
This is where Tech's got to continue to be good, is getting the ball inbounds. The pressure's going to ramp up from Texas. Their full court press. Tech's got to keep doing a good job getting the ball inbounds.
Talk about their suffocating defense. Texas has it. Here's Weitenheimer. Weitenheimer into the corner. Bryn Gerlich for 3. No. Shavers tried to time the rebound. Harmon takes away. That's her 5th board already. On top, Morris for 3.
Great rebound.
19 three-point attempts by Texas in this game.
That's probably a lot higher than Vic would like it to be. Although some of his best shooters are taking them. You know, Tech's got to continue to get out, contest them at the arc, but they're making them win or making them beat them in how they don't want to. They want to get into the paint.
Shavers got it rejected, got the rebound, and put it back. She's got 8 today. And the lead goes to 5. And again, Tech's taking that zone defense. Gaston inside, split the defense. Had Bre'Amber Scott on one side, Katie Farrell on the other. Heads up play though by Deanna Gaston.
It really was. They were able to just lob it to her behind the zone there. Good patience for her to go finish right around the rim.
Gaston kind of quiet offensively, only 6 points. The 3 buried by Bryn Gerlich.
Again, high ball screen. Tatum Weitenheimer got downhill, got to the baseline. Good baseline drift to Bryn Gerlich, and Bryn's not going to miss 2 threes in a row. Great offense there by the Lady Raiders.
Bree Scott was trying to box out. Shavers battles, comes up with it. Tech would have had numbers, but Shavers wisely held it up. And she'll set it up with that 6-point advantage. Eight to shoot. Shavers inside. Scott, nice little pump fake, can't finish. Farrell fights for it, taken away by Mohammed. Fans didn't like it. The 3, buried again by Morris. And Texas is going to... Now she is an applied movement science major. She's applied a lot of movement tonight. Here's Katie Farrell. That may have been a stretch, but I went with it.
I'll give you a laugh.
Yeah, I was going to say. Katie Farrell kept her dribble. Scott inside, battles, draws the contact, and the foul. Never really had control of the basketball.
No, but that's what Bree Scott does so well, and Texas has gotten a little foul happy tonight, and this is the battle that Tech is winning handily, is the battle at the free throw line. They've been able to get there and make their free throws.
Texas has been called for 16 personal fouls to 9 for Texas Tech.
The whole arena just took a deep breath there.
I think they just sucked the air out of the building. Scott now with 23 to go along with 6 boards. Make it 24. Again, 5 consecutive 20-plus point games for the senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas. The lead is 5.
Great defensive play on the backside there from Bre'Amber Scott as they're trying to get it into the most. Just a heady play.
That is turnover number 14 for the Longhorns. Only 5 in the second half.
No, and Tech has done a really good job taking care of the basketball tonight.
Absolutely.
Only 12 turnovers.
You look at it, too. Texas comes in 8th in the country in forcing turnovers. Their opponents in Big 12 play about 20. Overall, 22.
That is really high. So for Tech to only have 12 tonight against this kind of defense.
Gaston and Katie Farrell tie up. Possession arrow will belong to Texas Tech.
This has been a heck of a battle tonight between Katie Farrell and Deanna Gaston. And neither one of them is going to give an inch.
No, not a bit. Gaston at 6'2". Katie Farrell checking in at 6'1". Forget about Katie Farrell's stats. You know, she's going to give you 100 every game. On top, Shavers, good look, and the 3, counted. 11 for Shavers.
That got her daddy up out of his seat. I hadn't seen that all night. Beautiful execution, though, off the sideline by Texas Tech. Beautiful offense.
Mohammed, no place to go. Morris over the outstretched hands of Gerlich and gets the bounce. Morris with 12 in the ball game, and the lead is cut back to 6.
Well, that quieted the crowd a little bit there, but Tech's got to roll with this momentum that they're getting from all their fans in here tonight.
Scott wants Shavers to move, and she does. Freeland earned a lot of playing time tonight, lost the handle. Shavers got it. And we've got a foul away from the basketball. It'll be against Texas. That'll be on Mohammed. And that'll be her second personal foul. That'll get Gonzalez back up off the bench. Shea Holly will go out.
I think it's fouls like that Coach Schaefer's not going to be happy with. They had Tech scrambling.
Right.
There was no need to foul that kind of foul there.
Farrell did thread the needle, but Shavers lost the handle. Bryn Gerlich, nope, it was going to be a kick off her leg.
That was great hustle. Again, Tech was winning all the hustle plays right now. That's a tough one.
A lot of time left in this one. Pull up. Harmon over the outstretched hand of Katie Farrell. She has no fear. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called. Harmon with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists so far tonight.
I tell you what, though, that's twice. Texas has not gotten back off of a made basket. And Tech has just gotten the ball inbounds and up the floor quickly and either scored or gotten themselves to the foul line or here gotten to take it out of bounds, but drew another foul.
Harmon has not sat in this game. She has sat a total of 6 minutes during Big 12 play. Shavers, no. Offensive rebound, Freeline, got it again. Tries to go baseline. That's going to be a blocking foul on Mohammed. And for Mohammed, that'll be number 3 on her. So you've got Taylor Jones with 4. Gaston, she's been playing with 3 personal fouls.
Every possession is just a battle right now. Who's going to stay sharp over the stretch?
Freeland inside, sneaks in between the orange.
Kyla Freeland has just been the X factor today in a big, big ball game.
She's got 10 in the ball game, Freeland has. New career high. Rejected by Farrell. Makes the save, but Mohammed comes up with it. And then Katie Farrell with a behind-the-back foul on Harmon. Well, the crowd has been in it from the opening tip. Ariel, you're in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, guys, I'm in the middle of this. You know, Coach Gerlich mentioned playing off the momentum of the crowd would be key for them tonight. And as you can see, no matter what sport it is, when the Texas Longhorns come to town, everyone who's anybody in Lubbock is going to show up. Other tech sports and other student athletes are here. A couple of other coaches. Head coach Marcia Sharp is in attendance tonight. Softball coach Craig Snyder. And Coach Gerlich mentioned to us in shoot around that everyone is supporting one another, as she got a good luck text from head coach Joey McGuire wishing her luck against the Longhorns.
Well, I tell you, you need more than luck against Sonya Morris because she is a shooter.
Right, she's not going to miss very many, and she has done a really good job tonight. Every time Tech has tried to make a run, it's been Sonya Morris that has quieted the crowd.
Well, Texas has hit 4 of their last 5 as we go inside of 3:45 to play. Scott on the drive, and she is going to get hit in the hip. And they're going to call that on Mohammed.
Tech has just been relentless tonight, attacking the rim, attacking the paint, and drawing fouls against Texas.
Mohammed picks up her 5th personal foul. She's going to have to go to the bench, finishing with 6 points and 4 rebounds. How about Bre'Amber Scott, what she did in the first half and what she's doing now? Still pretty good, both the first and the second.
It really is. I have just been so impressed with her consistency. After not getting to play all last season, for her to come in Big 12 play, be so consistent each and every night, you know what you're going to get from Bre'Amber Scott.
Doesn't get the free throw. Her first miss from the line. She averages almost 7 free throw attempts a game.
Right, shoots over 85%.
That is Scott's 8th free throw attempt. Never seen a human have.
Right. No, she's a tough kid. She's going to be ready to go, and she knows this team needs her.
Runs the show out front. Morris again. 3! Buries it!
It's a big-time shot by a veteran player, and that's what she does.
Had a great career at DePaul, nearly 1,700 career points. She's got 17 tonight here. Shavers. Farrell. Shavers launches the 3. Morris will track down the loose ball. We go inside of 2:50 to play in the game.
Who's going to be able to get stops? Who's going to be able to get rebounds down the stretch of this game?
Gaston works on Farrell. Foul's going to be called. And that'll be on Katie Farrell. And here is Deanna Gaston out of Pearland, Texas. How about this? Gaston tonight got in foul trouble early. Picked up 2 fouls in that opening half. Gets the second free throw to go down.
Right, averaging almost 15 points a game in Big 12 play. Tonight with only 7.
But the lead is cut to 1. Texas is led by 6. Tech is led by 10. Scott. That'll be off. Oh, they're going to say that was off Scott.
There's no way. There's no way.
That rolled off 2 orange jerseys.
Then we corrected it.
Yeah. Look at it again.
Yeah, that was clearly on Texas.
Inside to Gerlich, posting up on Harmon, uses that left shoulder. They're going to call an offensive foul. Here it is again.
That's a flop. She didn't extend her arm there. She
flop.
just turned. She just turned.
Nevertheless, Texas has it. On top to Harmon. Katie Farrell with the steal. 3-on-2. Farrell up ahead. The freshman free line with the turnaround.
Tough finish. Tech needed to convert on that possession, and Kyla Freeland stepping up big time tonight with the finish. The volume just went up 8 notches right now.
Morris with that quick flick of the wrist. No. Gaston, the rebound. Uncontested, wide open.
Got to own every rebound on the stretch of this game.
Texas has hit 6 of their last 8 shots. Farrell, the step through. Shavers off balance, and a blocking foul is going to be called, and that'll be on Harmon. Only her second personal. Timeout situation. Texas Tech has 3. Texas has 2. Tech has committed 3 team fouls. Texas has committed 6. Possession arrow belongs to the Longhorns. Just that, like we need more excitement.
I know.
You know,
Just wanted to give us a
that's
little
her
extra
mom.
drama.
I think her mom just had a heart attack
We
up
have
there.
a parent camp all the time.
Exactly. Shavers gets them both. She's
Big
in double
possession.
figures.
Yep.
Gaston on Farrell on the inside. They get it to her. Katie Farrell is going to just wrap her up, which probably was a smart play when you think of it.
Right, going to foul her before they're going to have to take it out of bounds.
They had fouls to give. And for Katie Farrell, that's going to be her 3rd personal foul.
Good quick close out there, high hands
Yeah.
to Sonya Morris. You got to find her.
Morris, again, the flick of the wrist. This time, no. Katie Farrell got it, called the timeout.
Smart. That was a rebound they had to have.
Katie Farrell will trigger it in to Scott. I like what they did. They put Bryn Gerlich way down the other end of the floor just in case.
Right.
And the foul's going to be called. And that'll get Kyla Freeland back into the lineup. Riley McKinney will go out. Foul, by the way, was on Gonzalez. That was her 3rd personal foul, and Bre'Amber Scott to the line. .29 for Scott. And Freeland for Texas Tech. Morris, they showed her the double. Harmon, nice ball fake, the 3 on the way, no. Rebound Scott. Goes down hard on the foul.
If you're going to force somebody to shoot the 3, you want it to be Rory Harmon, and then you've got to rebound.
Boy, Bre'Amber Scott went down hard on the floor. Slow to get up, holding out of the back.
She's going to need more than just some ice bags after tonight. She's
I
gonna need
think
a
so,
whole
too.
ice bag.
Foul was on Harmon. And Scott will go to the line. The reigning Big 12 Conference Player of the Week, Bre'Amber Scott. Anybody who didn't vote for her is probably feeling really dumb right about now.
Right. I haven't seen the other games yet tonight, but she's got to be in the race for it again this week
I would think so.
after tonight's performance. especially if they can hang on and pull this upset.
Got her second consecutive 30-point game. How about that? Those are the co-Big 12 players of the week. Alatis from Oklahoma State had a great game. Scott, of course, checked in with 37, coming in with 30 tonight. And Vic Schaefer is going to burn the timeout, down by 6. The lead is at 6. Texas out of timeouts. Gaston. Morris. Morris just wants to get some points. No, the offensive rebound and putback by Jones with 9 points. Tech will get it out at half court. They actually worked on these inbounds plays today. Scott is going to be fouled again.
And that's who they wanted to get the ball into. That's who they wanted on the foul line.
Why not? You're sending Scott to the line, who's 10 of 12 from the stripe. K-State, she was 17 of 19 from the line. That's 2 free throws made shy of Cheryl Swoop's Texas Tech record. Pretty good company.
I would say so.
That'll work.
So. You know, it's just an incredible team. Every team in the Big 12 knows that you're just not going to get yourself to the foul line. And she continues. Like, people just continue to foul her and send her there. And credit to her for staying aggressive and attacking the rim.
Now she'll have another. Neither one, but the lead is still 4. Here comes Harmon. Morris leans in, doesn't get the bounce, and that's going to do it.
I mean, this game was everything and more of what we thought it would be when we started this game tonight.